What's going on everyone, Tom here from Pizarro's Pieces. In today's video I'm going to be sharing some bits that I've had in the mail this week. I'm going to be opening some mail, some Bootsale finds, and also when I visited the London Comic Con. Welcome back guys. So it's been a pretty busy week. I'm going to squeeze as much as I can into this video. So I've had some mail this week. I've got a little bit of mail here. I visited a boot sale on Sunday and got a few bits, and I also attended the London Comic Con, London Film and Comic Con on Sunday after the boot sale. So let's get straight into it. First of all, I'm going to share with you guys some of the mail I've had this week. So I got this Masters of the Universe Aladdin He-Man flask. So I'm hoping that I can get a lunchbox to go with that. I'm probably going to have to wait until I go to America though to get that. And I also got these off of the same person. I've got two versions of the Street Fighter 2 official sticker albums by Merlin. See if you can see that one. They're both empty, unfortunately, but I just thought the colours and that, they display really well. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with them yet because they're a bit big for the shelf that I've got all my Street Fighter stuff on, so I might get them framed. But yeah, both empty. Still good bits. So moving on, I've got a little bit of mail here. Now I know what these are. I've ordered these in the way. I'm going to open them. I need to blame Tim, who I work with, for this. It's his fault that this has happened. So basically, I've got into my head that, you know, there's another console that I need or that I want and that I had, and there's a certain few games that I wanted to get off me. So I've got here, oh, disc has fell out. We've got here on the PlayStation 2 Godzilla Save the World, complete with manual. PlayStation 2 games are well cheap. I think I paid £5 postage for that. We also have here, I think it's complete as well. It is. CD's falling out of that one as well. We have Canis Canem Edit, which some of you guys will know as Bully. One of my favourite games that was on the PlayStation, and I do have another game on order, The Warriors. Only problem is, guys, I don't have a PlayStation 2. This I've got to blame Tim, who I work with. He's been buying up loads of PlayStation 2 games at the boot sales and that, and I was like, yeah, there's a few games I want to play, and I've been buying the games, and then I'm like, I've not even got a PlayStation 2, and I'm not. Well, at the Comic Con, London Comic Con, there was a few dealers there and they wanted 40 quids for a PS2 Slim, and I was like, I'm not paying that much for it. So yeah, I've got these games, and unfortunately at this present moment in time, I do not have a PlayStation 2, but I will be getting one. Right, moving on guys. So I went to a boot sale on Sunday. I went to one of the main ones. A couple of them were shut because of the weather, but a lot of the sellers had obviously pushed into one of the smaller boot sales. So I went there. I didn't really find much. I was walking around and I found these. These were 50p each, so not a lot. So we've got the WCW versions of Bret the Hitman Hart. We also have, oh yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage. And we have Bam Bam Bigelow. So I've got them three. I paid 50p each for them, so they were only 150. And then I was about to leave. It was sort of about 7:45, and I was meeting Rob here. My mate Rob Wilkin from Robbo Toys. I was meeting him here at about 8:15. So I started mooching around, and then I see this box on the floor. Now, I didn't know really what it was until I kind of looked inside, and then I quickly done some research on the internet, and I found out that it's quite a rare, it goes for a lot of money. This is a 1980s. Oh, nearly jumped out there. I think he's pronounced Computerobot 2. So this was like a build your own robot sort of thing, but obviously this has already been built. Now, I paid £10 for this, but these sell for about 80-90 quid. Now, it's untested. It was untested, shall I say? And I weren't too sure whether, if it worked, but it was really clean, as you guys can see. Let me put it up to the camera. It was really clean. It's a pretty cool item, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not a big fan of robots or anything, but I took it to work today, and my man Tim, who loves opening up gadgets and computers and everything else. Oh, by the way, while we're on the subject of Tim, yep, it's all working, it's all good. Look at it, he's cleaned it all up for me. The ghetto blaster that I bought at the Bootsale 2 weeks ago, it's looking fresh. It's been completely cleaned. Tim opened it up, gave it a proper clean, and it's as good as new. And today at work, Tim done the same with this. He was fiddling about with it for about half hour, and lo and behold, I'm hoping it's probably not gonna bloody turn on now. Yeah, let's get it. Oh, there we go. So it's like 25-30 years old. I'm not going to do too much of it, but because in case it goes off the edge, but it is a pretty cool item. Let's see if we can. Oh. This is like a demo that it does. Tim said to me, you got to press the M to stop it. It's having a little dance now, so we'll just leave it. Yeah, look, he's having a good spin round. Look, just don't go off the edge, Skeezer. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me try and stop him. There we go. Stop. So, we've named him Bert. It's a pretty cool robot, to be honest with you. I know it doesn't do much, and it comes with a big old remote control that you can do loads of different things, give it different commands and set the commands up and all that. But I paid £10 for it, and like I said, if you look on eBay, they're actually selling. One sold recently for £85. I don't know what to do with it yet. Tim has said to me to keep it. It is a pretty cool item, but I don't know. I'm in an iron. I quite like it. It is pretty cool. So they were the only things I found at the Bootsale. And then obviously I went to the London Comic Con. So I did get a little bit of footage of London Comic Con. Let's have a little look, and then I'll show you guys what I found after.
Silver might show more, but the silvers are kind of squishy.
Yeah, it's black right now. I was gutted they didn't do another season of Killer Women though.
Oh, me too. It's just.
I wonder if I'll find any of them blind boxes, but the street fighter ones. Is that from this year, Sunday? I don't know if it's this year.
Hello mate, you alright?
Hiya, how's it going, alright? Nice to see you. As soon as things are confirmed, then the information goes out there. I've seen lots of people like talking bits and pieces. Until things are locked down, I can't say yes or no.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, the wrong expectations set, and then everybody does this. You get plenty of those, don't worry. But
Yeah, go on. Welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed them clips that I put together. I didn't film too much there. It's hard, it's quite busy. There are a lot of celebrities there and all that, but it's always enjoyable, and I did find a few bits. But before I go through what I found, I want to say a special thank you to Lee and his son George. So Lee messaged me on Facebook, on the Pizarro's Pieces Facebook page, and was interested in an X-Wing that I picked up a few weeks ago at the Bootsale, and said that he was going to be at the London Comic Con on Sunday. So I said no problem, I'll meet him. And he said that him and his son George always watch the channel, watch the pickups that I get, and the all the other videos I do. So it was really, really cool. And George was a lovely kid. So I've done a little bit of footage with him. He was a little bit shy. So have a look at this. You alright, George? Are you enjoying the London Comic Con?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
There's so many people doing different things and so many different stuff to get. You can't even tell how many stuff there are in comic cons anymore.
I know there is. Do you want to give a wave to everyone on YouTube?
Yeah.
Wave to the camera. Good lad. So like I said, guys, I can't thank Lee and George enough. It's weird, when people message you and they say they're enjoying what you're doing, and so a lot of people have messaged me and said that I've kind of got them back into collecting, or I've got them collecting so you know, it's completely new to them, and I've inspired them to collect and stuff. And I appreciate it, and I love the fact that kids watch my channel and are involved with, you know, what I do, because I do deal with a lot of vintage toys, and I never thought, to be honest with you, that kids would ever really be interested in what I did. So yeah, if there's any kids out there that are watching this, feel free, if any of your parents want to send a mini clip, like a mini interview of yourselves, to my email address, and I'll be sure to upload them in future videos. I think it's good fun. I know that a lot of the youngsters out there would love to have their own YouTube channels, like my nephew Lewis, who I've done a previous video with, but they're all a little bit too young to have their own channel. But I know that they'd love to be on YouTube. So there you go, kids, I'll give you the opportunity. You know, if your parents do a little 1-minute video of you saying what you love about Pizarro's pieces, I'll put it up onto the YouTube. So guys, Comic Con, it was a bit of a Godzilla day. First up, found these bad boys. Now these two certainly are bootlegs, and I believe this is a bootleg. Even though it is Mecha Godzilla, there is no markings on it. This is like a Godzilla with a horn, and I had this when I was a kid, so I'm going to say all 3 of them are bootlegs. But guy had these, he wanted 15 quid each for them, so 45 quid. I said to him, will you take, no, first of all he said he can do 40, and I said, look, will you take 35? That means each one was just around 12 quid each. He said, yeah, no problem. So we got this guy. Like I said, I had this when I was a kid. A pretty cool Godzilla looking guy with a horn. Everyone knows what I'm like, my kaiju. This guy's a bit different. He's a bit of a bootleg, ugly looking guy. Bit rough. Again, there's no markings on them at all. Not even made in China or anything. And then this is Mecha Godzilla, obviously. But again, I think it is a bootleg version. I'm not sure. But these bad boys are all going into my collection. So, while we're on the subject of kaiju, I was going to get this in America. I'm not a big fan of Funkos. A lot of people know that, but I do have a few. I do have 2 Godzilla ones. I have the Masters of the Universe ones. I've got a Swamp Thing one. I've got a Lion-O from Thundercats one, but I'm not massive on them. But this guy was there. I had been looking for it, and it was a reasonable price. It was 15 quid. And he's big. He's big compared to normal Funkos. Whoops. So this is the King Kong Funko. King Kong Skull Island Funko. He will be coming out of his box. I don't know where he's going yet, to be honest with you. I will find a home for him. But pretty cool. Like I said, not big on Funkos. Comic Con is full of Funkos. You might have seen some in the video, but I'm not a big fan, and they kind of took over the world of toys and that. This guy I got towards the end. Nah, this was a really good price, to be honest with you. This is a 1999 Bandai Godzilla. It was 8 quid, which I thought was really, really good. I was quite shocked no one had got it. He's a bit dusty, so obviously he's not new, brand new, but he's pretty cool. Got the purple fins and that, quite big. And then in hindsight, I think to myself, after I picked him up, I paid 8 quid for him, but I paid more than that for the bootlegs. It is what it is. I mean, I didn't mind paying what I paid for them, and these are all pretty cool finds. And then, last but not least, while we're, like I say, on the subject of kaiju, I got this Rodan. Now this is a Rodan money bank, but who's to know really? I mean, you look at that, unless you turn it around and you look at the hole there to put, I mean, how many coins you're going to get in him? You barely get a few coins in him. This was 30 quid, 29.99 this was. Now I know that these kind of items are quite hard to get in the UK. It is a Japanese import. The guy had a couple of them. There was like a Godzilla stall there. It had loads of Godzilla stuff. I didn't mind that. I was on a bit of a budget at the Comic Con. I didn't want to go ridiculously mad, but at the same time, you know, I didn't want to, you know, come away with nothing. There was bits there that I liked. What things was I tempted to buy? I see a Gizmo NECA snow globe that I haven't got, but they wanted 45 quid for it, and I wasn't willing to pay that for a snow globe. There wasn't much Gremlin stuff there, to be honest with you. I did see another giant stripe, custom stripe, like the one I've got in my own collection. It's obviously the same guy that made it, except for mine was made 10 years ago and cost me about 100 quid. They're now going for 250. So yeah, but that was pretty impressive. London Comic Con overall, it was okay. I always think they're okay. A lot of overpriced gear, a hell of a lot of overpriced gear, but Rob said it as well. I think it's because it's London Comic Con. I think people push their prices up because it's London, and the cost of that show is a hell of a lot of money compared to some of the toy shows that I do, where you pay £50 for a table for one day. These Comic Cons are coming out at 400, 500, 600, 700 quid for a couple of tables. So your costs are phenomenally high before you got to sell 800 quid's worth of toys before you're in profit. It's hard. It'd be very hard for someone like me, because I am only a small dealer compared to some of the other guys in the UK. So that is why I've always opted out of London Comic Con. The footfall's really good, but at the same time, if I did it, I'd struggle to put my prices up, like to what some of the people are selling gear at. You know, basic He-Man figures, 20 quid. I can't do it, guys. Sorry. I mean, general He-Man figures with a weapon, not He-Man himself. I mean, you know, some of the goodies and the baddies, I sell for 7, 8, 9 quid with their weapons at most. And I see someone selling a Beast Man with his weapon, weren't in the greatest condition, 20 quid. You know, someone had a squeeze for £30 without a weapon. The prices are phenomenal. That's not what I'm about. You know, I like to give the people, my customers, the best price I can. And I've always been told by people that you're really cheap. You're cheaper than eBay. You're cheaper than a lot of people I know, and that's why I like it. As long as I can make a few quid from it, I'll always keep my prices reasonable. And I don't think I've ever heard anyone say in all the years I've been doing this, that Tom, you're too expensive. So I want to keep it like that. So I probably would maybe not do a London Comic Con, and I'll stick to the small cons and the toy shows like Sandown Toy Show and NEC Toy Show, where you know your costs are quite low and you can easily keep within the budget of selling toys and memorabilia for a reasonable price. So yeah, guys, overall it was a pretty good weekend. I was pretty pleased with the robot and all these Koshira toys. Mentioned in previous videos, I will start calming down. I keep saying it. I will start calming down. America's only 2.5 months away, so I need to get me arse into gear and start sorting my money situation out, because I don't want it turning up and me going over there and being like, oh dear, what happened here? I've been spending too much money on Godzillas and King Kongs and He-Mans and PlayStation 2 games. Again, another thing that I don't really need. By the way, if anyone has got a PlayStation 2 Slim, I want a Slim one. If anyone's got a PlayStation 2 Slim out there at a reasonable price, let me know. I'd be interested. I don't really want to pay 40 quid for one. I think that's a bit steep. I have seen some on eBay for sort of 30, 25, go for 30, 25. So yeah, guys, that's it. Look, if you're watching this video, guys, and you ain't subscribing, please consider to do so. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and you can catch me on all the social media. The links are below: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Guys, until the next video, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you then.